Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video. And inside of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a 2.1 Elixir deck that I've been using on my main account. So this is technically the smallest deck that you can get in the game. And guys, remember, it's not about the size of your deck, it's about what you do with it. So we're going to go ahead and use it in a couple of battles here. And actually, the whole deck revolves around the Mirrored Miner. So the Miner is one of the 3 Elixir cards that I brought. For the smallest deck in the game, you can only use 2 cards that are worth 3 Elixir. So I've got both the Miner as well as the Cannon, and as you can see, I'm just going to start it off with Mirrored Miners against this guy right here. And since it is the new legendary season where the trophies have reset, unfortunately he's going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage going against that level 5 Mirrored Miner, which is just going to tear down the towers and end up soaking a ton of damage. Now, rather than deal with the Miner, he's just going to drop a Giant on the left hand side. And like I tell you guys, whenever the trophy season resets, I like to let people take at least like a tower or two, just so they can get closer to their crown chest when they get matched up with someone like me. So let's go ahead and do double miners in the very back. They're going to go ahead and start doing work. The minions will drop down, and I was hoping that my fire spirits would end up taking those out, but it didn't work out too well. And now he has a massive push down the left hand lane, but again, I don't care if he takes my tower. I'm going to go ahead and give him that with that giant Sparky combo, which is going crazy onto my tower. One more miner as well as the spear goblins and the zap should be enough to wrap up this game and end up giving me the 3 crown victory. So good stuff from him. He was able to rush my main tower down to 4,000 HP, but really not too much of a worry inside of that battle after the first push for 30 trophies as well as 20 gold. So again, you can do this deck a couple of different ways. You don't have to use the Miner. You can use like archers, you could use the knight instead of the Miner, but you do want to have the mirror because the mirror counts as 0 elixir whenever you're calculating your deck. And again, trying to get the smallest deck possible is what we're doing inside of this battle. And let's go ahead and go for another mirror miner push down the right hand lane. He's actually going to drop a lava hound instead and really not play any defense and just go for this right hand tower. And since he's going to do that, another miner's going towards the back. We actually played it so that miner is not getting any damage from the left hand crown tower. And even though he's damaging us down with these balloons, again, gonna give that one up to him. Just go for a miner goblin push. Should be able to crush this tower down in just a moment, seeing as the goblins are gonna take that cannon apart. And with only about 2 minutes left in this battle, the tower is already down so low with the spear goblin shooting at it. It's actually going to wrap up the game right there because the princess was so slow to reload. And again, the mirrored miner combo works out so well when playing against some of these lower level guys. It's really tough to deal with, especially when my zap takes out their minions in one shot. I know I was playing a couple of guys while climbing that made it to where the zap would kill their entire minion horde, which is pretty disgusting. So in that case, just going to keep going for another push. Let's do the double miner in the back. Going to get our zap spell ready. The zap actually does one-shot the level 2 princess when your zap is maxed out. So good thing to know for the, 10 people that watch this video that are fully maxed out in the game. Anyways, tower on the right has gone down. Skeletons and goblins will clean up the barbarians on the left. Pretty tough luck for this guy, but I really don't know what could be a solution for this. I know a lot of people don't like playing in the beginning of the new season, especially when they're level 9 and level 10, because they run into situations like this, facing people who are level 13, but I guess one solution would be to increase the amount of trophies you need to get into Legendary League. I don't know if that's the best solution, because there's always going to be a problem with people at the bottom of the league that are just going to get dominated by those people who are near the top towards the end of last season. But if you guys have any good solutions for preventing stuff like this where you're just crushing down on people who unfortunately have to deal with you at the beginning of the new season, let me know in the comment section below. Again, I try to do my best in giving them a couple of towers, giving them stuff towards their crown chest, but a lot of them will just rage quit as soon as they battle up against me. I know it's not a very fun feeling. You guys have seen me play on my second account where I'm facing level like 10s and level 9s on my level 6 and level 7. So I'm definitely sympathetic to those guys. I just don't know what the solution is right now to make it so it doesn't happen. But in the end, looks like our miner that is level 5 is going to smack away on that tower and give us yet another 3 crown victory. So we're cruising through these battles right now. In the very beginning, especially with these level 10s, we were able to just mash our way through it, but eventually started getting paired up with some level 11s like this guy right here, and they're definitely a little bit more suited to take out the miner combo. I think this guy might have high enough level cards to where if he has minions that my zap wouldn't take him out, and he actually has a witch, and the witch is pretty good against this deck. I don't know what I can play. Okay, alright guy, Alright, let's drop a wow on him. He's gonna play a mortar on me. Okay, spear goblins in the back. Let's drop a cannon to take out the witch. We've got the fire spirits going towards that mortar. This is the first mortar I've seen in maybe, I don't know, like a month on my main account. I haven't seen a mortar in so long. This is definitely an antique deck that this guy's rocking, and it's gonna be, I mean, this is gonna be a pain. I'm rocking a deck with all squishy units except for the miner, and his mortar will one-shot any of my small guys. So this is gonna be a little bit tough. I actually ended up zapping the king tower right there, which is gonna end up waking him up. But it looks like we'll still take the tower down pretty low anyways, but definitely a pretty big mistake on my end. And now he's got a massive push coming towards my right-hand tower, and he's going to capitalize on that with a miner. Now, really still not too worried. We got the fire spirits out just in time to take out some of the skeletons, which should go down in a second. Another mortar down the right-hand lane. I'm just going to put a cannon in his face and clean that up, but still, mortars. Wow, I have not seen a mortar in so long, since Steroidy 69 used it in the Helsinki tournament, so definitely a surprising one. But anyways, we're gonna punish him. I guess, you know, having this level advantage is really nice playing one of these mortar guys. Looks like we've got our miner in the very back. We got the zap spell taking the tower down to 233 HP, and we could probably spam our zap spell and end up winning this and sort of just go back and defend the mortar whenever we need to. Again, I have to get my cannon down immediately if I want to take the mortar out. I can't really use my goblins or spear goblins to tank. So just going to be creative with how I play. Let's drop some spear goblins in the back. I'm going to drop some regular goblins on the left-hand side and try to force him to respond. But again, another mortar. I'm going to cycle to my zap to take out the skeletons. Looks like the cannon's going to lock on to that witch and take that out. And that was actually really smooth. Even though he fireballed down my cannon, probably not the best play as my miner is about to go crazy onto his tower. But the witch is going to make so many skeletons combined with the 1 elixir skeletons that he played that I can't believe I didn't get any damage on this tower. So I'm just going to drop a zap spell on it. I'm really not too worried about that princess, even though it has a little bit of HP. Looks like the princess is going to go down. The miner is still fighting through all this clutter. This guy actually only has some cards that are level 12, so maybe not the least fair fight. But anyways, cycling through the zap, back-to-back zaps will knock out that tower. He doesn't have enough time to damage my tower. Cannon is going to go ahead and distract that mortar for the win for this game. But again, the first mortar I have seen in so long. Have you guys been seeing mortars in other arenas? I know even on my second account, I haven't seen any mortars due to the 5-second deployment time that they changed inside of recent balancing. So pretty interesting stuff here. And let's just go ahead and hop into another battle. Alright, so going into this one against Aziz, again, another level 11, so gotta be a little bit careful, make sure we don't troll around too much. He's gonna play his Hog Rider, and I actually thought that my Fire Spirit's new radius, that they did buff in the most recent update, would take out those goblins, but a little bit unlucky there as we do another double miner push down the right-hand lane. We're gonna zap down that level 2 princess, which is gonna be taken out in just a second, and as our skeletons run towards the tower, Minion Horde's gonna be able to take those out, and since the Minion Horde's level 12, this is actually gonna be a little bit of a problem. Again, our fire spirits, look at the radius of that. It's going to end up taking them all the way down to like 1 HP, and the second one will finish them off. Another cannon for that Hog Rider. But yeah, the fire spirits, I'm still debating whether or not they're that good. I think they're solid inside of Hog cycle decks, which, you know, is actually pretty similar to this deck, except you're using a Hog Rider instead of the miner. But still, just a little bit wary of the card, especially when you're facing something like a P.E.K.K.A. or a Prince. Whenever those get back into the meta, it might be a little bit tough to take those out using the fire spirits. But let's go for another miner push down the right-hand lane, back-to-back miners. Again, the mirrored miner does get additional levels for when you place it, so that's why one of the miners is level 5 and going crazy onto that tower. I was debating dropping this zap forever. I should have played it way earlier and taken it out and damaged the tower, but I was sort of holding on to it to see if I could take out a minion horde, which never really came. And but now he can actually go for a pretty big push. So if he drops the Hog Rider and the minion horde, this could be a little bit of a problem. Let's drop our fire spirits onto the barbarians, which should take those out, and actually ended up doing that. And 1 elixir skeletons will distract the barbarians. Okay, pretty solid push right there. Let's go ahead and do a miner on the right hand lane in just a moment. I guess we're not even in double elixir yet. But the 3 crowns have definitely slowed down as we made our way up the ladder. I know in the very beginning, Again, like I was talking about, most people were rage quitting and leaving and giving me free 3 crowns. Even with this deck, you can 3 crown with it occasionally, and depends on what your opponent's playing, especially if they make a greedy push down another lane. But take a look at what he's doing on the left-hand side. He's actually going to assassinate the tower with all of those minions right there, so we've still got to push in the very center. I guess we're going to go for the king tower this battle, just since it almost is even HP to the one on the left-hand side. So let's drop a cannon on defense, as well as a zap for the barbarians and the hog. Should have our miner doing work up there, as well as our skeletons to defend as well. Spear goblins are going to go with another miner combination. Meanwhile, he's got some goblins on the left-hand lane. I don't even know if he's going to defend against these miners. He hasn't played anything just yet. He's actually going for a minion horde push that's going to be snuffed out in like half a second. The goblins have locked down to the tower, and that is going to give us another 3 crown victory. And again, it's not about the size of your deck, it's what you do with it. This 2.1 Elixir deck was a lot of fun playing these guys and climbing my way back up the ladder. So hopefully I'll be back up in the top rank soon, and we can be playing some of the new serious decks towards the top. But for today, I thought it'd be fun to show you guys this deck. If you want to try it out, feel free to use it. Again, you don't need to use the miner. You can use something like a knight or archers or anything else you want. That's 3 elixir to make the 2.1 elixir combo. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you drop a like. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.